Hey, what's up guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times and you're watching a full review of the Xiaomi's Mi Super Bass Wireless Headphones. These were recently launched at the Amazon Prime Day sale and we had done the unboxing on the next day, but we were asked by a lot of people to do the full review. We were also told by others that you haven't done the full review and this is just the unboxing, and that's wrong. But we had to use it for a few days before coming up with the final judgment about it. And these are priced at 1800 rupees. These are on-ear headphones and they come with those flexible or the adjustable ear muffs and the Bluetooth as well as the wired option, that's the aux option. It has a battery life of 20 hours of playback with the 400 mAh battery that it comes with. A 40 dynamic driver is given here for the sound output. But let's start with the design to start the review. So first, with the build quality, I felt it's good. First thing that I liked is that it's light in weight, so it's not heavy at all. And the good thing is that since it's not heavy, you won't ever feel uncomfortable with that. But on the other side, being light isn't the only thing that would make it feel comfortable. It's also the flexibility of this extendable arm, or this arm that goes over the head. So how flexible is this is what I'm showing you. It is actually flexible, but then these are so hard in a way that when you keep wearing it for long hours, I was in a flight for about 2.5 hours, and then I wore it continuously in the cab as well, which was about 4 hours of continuous usage. And I felt that yeah, it was a bit painful on the ears. The fact that these earmuffs are not as large compared to the ear sizes, these actually sit over the ears, and that is sometimes painful for most of the users. For me, it was painful. It did give that a little bit of a discomfort. But if you're listening to the music for about 1 hour and then taking a break, that won't be an issue. So if you're someone who's a audiophile and keeps listening to music all the time, I don't think these would be a proper fit for you. You should go with something that has larger earmuffs and something that has enough size for your ears to go in and sit there properly and adjust itself. Here, it's not not the case that way, because once you extend these and make this sit over your head, this is the area where it would go over the ears and then press the ears. So these are quite comfortable actually. These would be not that hard, but still for a longer use I felt that they were not so good. So in a way they are light, which is one of the good things, but otherwise they are going to be discomforting for users for longer run. And the second thing is I wore it and took it off for quite a lot of times already now, because I've been using these headphones extensively, and no other headphones, even for PUBG Mobile, for gaming, for music, for watching web series, everything was on this for the last few days. And I felt these kind of things are something that Xiaomi should have actually taken a good control or a good measure of. So this adhesive is loose. You can see that this is not even a full week of usage and this adhesive is already giving up, and this foam area here is actually lifting itself off. I don't know how long will this stay, but I can say that it's a bit poorly made that way, or it could be a quality control issue on this particular headset and it might be better on the other ones. But you can clearly see that the adhesive there was loose. Even here you can listen to the sound here. That is adhesive that gets loosened whenever you try to pull it. But in this case it was not here, because these are the buttons on the right side when I wear them, and always when you lift keep it over the head this way, you try to adjust it after you wear it, and that is when it keeps getting loose with this adhesive, and the foam is actually loose here. So I don't like the make of this one in that way, because it should have been made better. Though that's the case, I feel that it should be the case only with my headphones, and I hope it's not with every other Mi Super Bass headphones that others buy. So that's it with the build quality. Next, with the major one, that's the audio quality. Frankly, I like the audio quality. The output on every kind of genre that I heard, on the pop music, on something that I heard classical, the regular Bollywood music, everyone was good. The bass levels were actually pretty good, and sometimes they also felt a bit harsh. I mean heavy on the bass levels. What the name says, super bass, that is the case here. It's actually super bassy, and the bass levels were you can't control them. So that's one thing. Unless you have a proper equalizer in your phone, you can't reduce the bass levels, and I couldn't do that on my Realme X as well as on the Redmi K20 Pro. I tried it on both of them. I couldn't do that. So I felt that when I was playing the PUBG Mobile game, while the audio sound, the sounds that come out when people are walking around, when there's car driving or those things, it was pretty perfect. But when there was some shooting happening, the bass levels were actually like hitting the ears. Every bullet sound that comes when you try to shoot someone, the bass levels were pretty high, and I couldn't control it. So that was one way something I felt that it's too heavy on the ears. And otherwise, if you're listening to the music, it's all perfect. I felt that these were pretty fine with the audio quality. The audio levels can be adjusted in two ways. One is on the headphones and other is on the phone. So if you are using these buttons here, it doesn't mean that it would change the same on the phone as well. So it's double control. You can control it here and then you can control it on the phone as well. So that's a good thing actually. You don't have to control it only on one side. You can reduce the audio here, and if you feel that it's still high, you can reduce that on the phone as well, or if it's low, you can increase it on the phone. So that way with the control. Now we'll go to the connectivity next, because of that control part that I talked about. Connectivity is very good. Actually, I've tried quite a lot of Bluetooth earphones in the recent times. I felt that these are the most easiest to connect to. First thing is you need to just press the power button for 3 seconds and it would turn on the headphones and also say that it's about to pair. So there are two things, power on and pairing is what it says, and you'll see that it instantly connected here. So though it was already paired, so that's the reason it connected. But the other reason is that when I tried to pair it with a newer phone, that after the Realme X, I tried connecting this to the Redmi K20 Pro. It took the same amount of time to show the headphones there ready for pairing, and takes only a few seconds for the entire pairing to complete. And next part was about the battery percentage, which the user manual said that it might not work with Android phones, but it did work with both of them. So it shows the battery level as 90% here after some amount of usage. So and after that you can control the phone audio, the media audio, and also the contact sharing. These are the things that you can do with the phone's connectivity on the headphones. And the pairing was pretty easy, and even the connectivity is pretty easy. About 20 feet to 25 feet is what I tried, and the connectivity was seamless. There was no disconnection, there was no loss in connectivity anywhere, and that was good. I felt that with the connectivity part, Xiaomi actually bet most of the other headphones, because always I have an issue with Bluetooth headphones getting disconnected, having issues with pairing. Sometimes it loses the connectivity while the music is on. So that way I felt that it was not good on the other headphones, but with the Xiaomi's super bass wireless headphones, it was pretty brilliant that way. Next, with the wired thing, so there are two options anyway. As I said, you have the wireless Bluetooth audio as well as the aux audio here. So with the aux, now let's talk about PUBG Mobile. If you use aux and the wired option, it's going to be as good as any other regular headphones, and it's going to work perfectly. With Bluetooth, there is little latency, but compared to the other headphones, I felt that this has lesser latency, and the millisecond gap that you see whenever you try to play it on the phone with Bluetooth, and when you're playing the game, that is an important thing. The latency on Bluetooth whenever you try to play games with the Bluetooth headphones. If someone's shooting at you and you realize that it was already a shot and then you heard it on the headphones, there's not a lot of gap here, but I would always suggest to use the wire rather than the Bluetooth option, unless you have a phone that doesn't have the 3.5mm headset jack. In that case, you might have to buy an adapter. One thing I couldn't test is that whether it will work with the 3.5mm to Type-C adapter, but on the regular phones which has the headset jack, it did work pretty well. And the last thing now before we end it, two things actually, battery and the noise cancellation. So noise cancellation is something that people had asked me about, whether these headphones have noise cancellation. They don't have it on paper, so you won't see any noise cancellation, but when I was in the flights, the engine noise always is loud, you know that. And when I wore these headphones and played some music that has quite a lot of bass levels, I felt that there was quite a lot of noise that get muffled, and the external noise was not that much audible. People around me that were talking, I couldn't hear them properly, only because of the fact that these are quite tight. And in that way, there's no active or passive noise cancellation done by the headphones, but these earmuffs sit pretty tightly and snug on the ears. In that way, the external noise was not that much audible, but there is no actual noise cancellation being done by this Mi Super Bass wireless headphones. And the last one was about the battery life. So battery life is claimed to be about 20 hours of playback time. I played it continuously for about 10 to 12 hours, and the battery left was about 40%, 38% or somewhere around that is what I last saw. So it's almost as good as it was claimed to be, about 20 hours, and it has Bluetooth 5.0. And also the last thing, there was some question about the connectivity with the PC. Some said that it isn't working with the Mac's audio output, that's the headphone jack. It actually works pretty well. If you are using the aux cable given in the box package and connected with the Mac, it actually works pretty well. There's no issue at all that way. So this was the full review of the Mi Super Bass wireless headphones. I think I might have missed a few points. If you still have any other questions, you want me to check something about these headphones, do let me know in the comments. I'll try to answer them, and I'll do actually check before I answer, and I'll try to give my entire thought about it for that particular question. So I hope you like this video. I hope I answered most of the questions that you guys had about these headphones, and yeah, about the competition as well. There were a couple of headphones that people wanted to compare me with this, and those were the Sony MDR XB450. Also, there was the Boat Rockers 510. I frankly don't have both of them. I'm going to order them, and I'll try to compare all the three so that you get a clear understanding of which one has a better audio output. Though the Boat Rockers has the lesser battery life of 10 hours is what the company has claimed, and there is 50-watt driver on the, and there's 50 driver on the Sony's one, while compared to the 40 one on this one. So I feel there should be quite a lot of difference in all the three. So I'll try to compare them. Frankly, I haven't used them, so I won't give my judgment about those two compared to this one. So this was the full review of the Mi Super Bass wireless headphones. I hope you like this video. If you do, share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.